Much like the thumbnail and title say, I don't think Secrets of the Obscure is going to be a good expansion. I think it'll be at least interesting, though. I'm an avid Guild Wars 2 player. I've loved this game since about 2016, just before the launch of Path of Fire, and I've been playing on and off ever since. And as you can tell by my channel content, I've gone over how I don't think it's a good game to make videos of, or at the very least, I struggle to think of a good, meaningful format that will catch attention. And with the upcoming expansion, only a year and a half after the last one, we have to talk about it. Secrets of the Obscure is an expansion adding on to the storyline of Guild Wars 2 after the previous plotline had been finished. If you want terms that are a bit more from a bit more of a popular MMO, think of this as Battle for Azeroth after World of Warcraft's Legion expansion. It's setting up the whole quest into cosmology, which is also the goal of Secrets of the Obscure. I think that's the main reason why it'll be interesting. Battle for Azeroth was not a good expansion. It had interesting areas, developed into the whole Void side of things, but it did not really deliver in the way that it should have. I think the same thing is going to happen with Secrets of the Obscure. I think it is going to be more of a setup expansion than it will be a mainline one, such as, say, End of Dragons and Path of Fire. I do not mention Heart of Thorns. I fucking hate half those maps. Now, talking about the content that will actually be there, we have, if I can pull up the thing, 4 bullet points to go over. The first and foremost being the new maps. We're finally going to get that one area, that one wizard tower in the bottom part of Kezek's Hills. Hopefully be able to actually explore that, or if not, it'll just be somewhere entirely new. That wizard tower's been there for so long though, I really hope it's that one. There's also going to be a couple other maps, as well as additional content updates, like they have been with the Living World episodes. So, frankly, the content will keep coming, but they're going to be exploring the new territory. And such new territory also includes the Astral Ward, which is a new group that has come into play with the events of Secrets of the Obscure. I am jittering all over my words. As far as I know, they're probably going to say, oh, we've been active this whole time, you just haven't noticed us. But that is also a pretty lazy way of saying that they've always been there and explaining away how they've just not been seen or noticed up until this point. Maybe they'll have something better whenever the expansion actually drops. I don't know. The real meat of this that I think will make it worthwhile is the weapons. Because it's an expansion, we should be expecting new elite specializations, but because of what ArenaNet is trying to do on the page, one, they are going to try and streamline build customization, as so runes and such are easier to manage, and add in relics, whatever those are going to be. And two, they're going to make it so every elite specialization weapon can be used if you do the right training. So I could be a base spec minion mancer for necromancer using a greatsword or a torch or something. I could be going condition damage minion mancer, and it would not be affected by the Scourge tree. Very interesting thing, and I'm looking forward to that. That actually sounds really cool. I've always wanted to have my short bow on the offhand while I use my greatsword in my main hand with the revenant. I think that'll be really good. And the last thing that they mention is that there's going to be a new path for getting the Sky Scale mount, and that it's going to be a lot more frequently used in a couple of the maps. This is both good, and I think it's not going to be as good. Just because, one, I already have the sky scale, you're discounting my own achievements here, and two, you're making it so that a mount is more required, as well as the fact that its mastery tree is locked behind Path of Fire. So I'm wondering what they'll do about that. Will they add in a second mastery tree, and each one has unique traits that are specific to that expansion? That would probably end up with it being, like, the best mount in the game. Should they actually have both end up overlapping in some way, and you've unlocked both trees fully. It's gonna be wild if that's the case, but still interesting. I'm very curious to see how things go, especially since they're looking to expand the world a bit more. But I don't have my hopes up that this one will actually be good. I've more or less burnt myself out of the story for the past while. I dread trying to do events and such in whatever that new area is in Cantha, just because I don't want to have to do events just to complete the story, as I said. Still though, that's about it. And this is replacing what was supposed to be this week's upload because it just dropped on me this Tuesday and I had to bring it up. So I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace.